For me, it's just, a city of endless opportunities, and it never stops.
Thinking of moving to Dubai? It's a place where people from all corners of the world come to chase their dreams.
I moved to Dubai 1 year ago for a better quality of life and a better salary. I am originally from South Africa.
But what makes the city so attractive? And is it the right place for you?
The percentage of the local population to the expat population is 10% to 90% expats. So if you're living in a city which has a lot of expats, everybody's new, everybody's learning new things, everybody's trying to connect, everybody wants to explore.
In case we haven't met yet, we're InterNations, the largest community for international people worldwide. We're bringing you the voices of our members to help you feel at home as quickly as possible.
They come to pursue their dream, to get a job, to establish their life. But what happens, sometimes they underestimate the cost.
Hopefully you'll feel like an insider even before you've unpacked your bags. Let's get started. In general, expats seem to be very happy here. According to InterNations' annual Expat Insider Survey, Dubai ranked 11th overall out of 49 cities and 9th for quality of life. Everyone we spoke to mentioned safety as a top highlight of living here.
So for me, the upside of Dubai is definitely the safety aspect, especially being a single female. I do feel safe in Dubai. I feel like I can travel around using public transport, or I can walk around when it's not too hot by myself and I feel safe.
I'm a mom, I have kids, and my kids, they take metro, they take tram, they take taxi on their own. So it's pretty great to have that feeling that, you don't have to worry that, something may happen to your family, to your children or yourself. Even if you go out at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. outside, walking on the beach or walking on the street, absolutely safe. I've never felt unsafe in my time that I lived here in Dubai.
Unsurprisingly, there are endless ways to spend your free time.
Dubai is a center when it comes to nightlife, restaurants, fine dinings, Michelin chef restaurants. We have one of the top hotels here in Dubai, and all these places are buzzing. Whatever, you name it, when it comes to the international restaurant chain, you will have it here in Dubai.
In addition to world-class fun and dining, Dubai is known for excellent healthcare.
When it comes to healthcare, in most cases, your employer or the company that sponsors you provides a private medical scheme. In most cases, for yourself as an employee and your dependents, your family. However, in some instances, depending on your contract, you will have to acquire for your family yourself. But, if you work for a great company, that's the standard, that's the market practice.
If you move to Dubai, you can look forward to meeting people from all around the world.
When I lived in Cape Town, all of my friends were Cape Townian and they all spoke English and we were all from similar backgrounds. Since living in Dubai, I have friends from all over the world and they're not all native English speakers. I've learned about different cultures, I've learned about different countries, I've learned about different foods, different customs.
That all sounds pretty cool, but let's look at some things that may take some time to get used to. The weather is either hot or very hot.
During the summer, most restaurants have to enclose their outdoor area and install air conditioning because it's just too hot to sit outside. Those lovely open air lunches that you'd have in winter, you just can't do in summer. It's unbearable.
Driving culture in Dubai will be an adjustment for some.
One thing about Dubai, it's all about highways, a lot of highways. And if you miss one exit, that's it, you end up driving another, 5, 6, 10 kilometers. And it's very easy to lose your entrance or exit because it's just the way the infrastructure and the roads are expanding, new construction is happening, things are changing rapidly again.
Luckily, though, getting around with the metro is easy and cheap.
Dubai Metro is actually very new, and it's super, super, super clean when you compare it to other major cities around the world. And they also have something very unique in it, in that they have a ladies' carriage, and also they have a first-class carriage. So it is super nice, super fast, super clean. It's very much on time. We don't have this issue of that there are delays or strikes.
When it comes to working abroad, expats love Dubai. In our survey, it ranked 8th out of 49 cities. Basically, everyone wants to work here.
Dubai attracts hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of job seekers. Myself, I'm in HR. Whenever, I post a job, we have, applicants sometimes reaching thousands. So this is the place that drives a lot of attention and interest from South America, from Indian subcontinent, from Africa, and basically all over the world. So the competition for jobs is extremely high. It's very similar to New York and London. It's just, sometimes myself, I just, I don't notice how the time flies or how time goes from morning till evening. And then some individuals, they have multiple jobs in Dubai. Like myself, I do more than one job. So when one job ends, I have another job that starts. Yeah, the pace is it's hyperactive, I would say. And if you do not balance your work life, you'll end up feeling, burnt out and depressed, tired, because it's a very competitive market.
If you move here, take time to think about your finances. Dubai only ranked 36th out of 49 cities in our survey's personal finance index.
There is two kinds of cultures here. The culture where you want to save money because you're an expat and you've moved on a work visa to another country, so you do want to save money. And then on the other hand, the underlying theme, which is always there, is that you want to go out, enjoy the experience, meet other people, not be locked in the office all day long.
Our survey also shows that overall, expats are not too satisfied with the cost of living.
You need to do your research before you come to Dubai to look for opportunities. You need to understand what's the cost of living. You need to understand how much you will need to maintain the same level of lifestyle. If you're coming with family, if you're coming with children, just, what sometimes I see is underestimation of the cost, right? But then you're running out of your finances. And then what happens? You need to pack and go back home. So just be very realistic.
However, you can also take advantage of what is affordable here.
So the cost of living in Dubai, in my experience, has been affordable. If you can look for happy hours, 2-for-1 specials, if you have certain apps like More Cravings from the Marriott hotels, Ladies' Night in Dubai is very good. Most restaurants or bars will give free drinks for ladies just because there are more men than women in Dubai. So to try and fill up the bars with women, you can get up to 3 free drinks on weeknights. So I think as a female in Dubai, it is possible to have a good social life at a low cost.
Dubai's 4th place ranking for expat essentials means you'll probably be up and running quickly. Let's briefly look at housing. Singles and couples have a lot of great options here.
If you're single or if you're a couple, no children, etc., of course you will want to live somewhere when things are buzzing, like Dubai Marina, close to the beach and close to all these nice restaurants and dining and walking distance. You will find really nice apartments from high end to, more affordable version.
And how about with kids and family?
But when it comes to family, if you have family and you want space and garden and etc., again, there's so many nice communities in Dubai which are just growing year on year because of the new projects and new supply coming on the market. It's just, everything within the community, your supermarkets, your restaurants, your kindergartens. A lot of communities, they offer everything within the community. So you don't need to really drive far to access it.
If you live on the metro, your rent will be higher and you won't need a car because, you'd assume that the metro can get you to work and to home. But if you live further inland, there's no metro out here yet. There might be plans in the future, but at the moment, if you live more inland, at the cheaper villages and suburbs, you would need to get a car, unfortunately.
Accommodation is the thing which takes the vast majority of your income. The rent tends to be 30 to 40 to 50%, depending on how expensive you want to live in an area.
A key reason why moving here is easier than elsewhere is the lack of a language barrier.
So you could live quite comfortably in Dubai and not know any Arabic. You will pick up words as you go.
This brings us to the fun part, building up your social life abroad. Dubai ranked 14th out of 49 cities for ease of settling in, which looks at topics like local friendliness, finding friends, and culture and welcome. A great source of new connections will be through an active network like InterNations.
I'm a consul of InterNations, and it has been a life changer for me actually, because it enabled me to move from a small circle of 5 or 6 friends to meeting other people from a lot of other cultures. The InterNations community here is extremely active on another level. Every single day there are around 8 or 9 events, every single day. So you will always find things to do and people to meet.
The different groups offer many ways to connect.
I would describe InterNations as my Dubai expat family. I find that whenever I go to an InterNations event, I get warmly welcomed by the ambassador or the consul, whoever's planning. There's a great variety of things. So if I'm not feeling like going out to dance and getting dressed up, if I just want a relaxed evening, there are coffee groups where you can just sit and chat and have coffee. There are board game groups where you can sort of sink your teeth into a board game, and that's how you spend your Saturday night, and it's fine. There is something for everyone.
If you want to try out an InterNations event, click the link in the description to join. Thanks so much to Fizza, Sarah, and Wessam for sharing their personal insights.
If you're thinking of moving to Dubai, it's always good to come for a holiday, to come to a few InterNations events, to get a feel for it. They've got lots of tours that will do city tours, so you can get a feel for like where things are, how far away things are, whereabout you'd like to live. There are a few people who come to InterNations events and they say they're just here for a few weeks, just here to check it out, and then they might come back with the family, or they might come back for the long term.
As always, we hope this video was helpful. See you in the next city.